Hey, what's up guys? It's Abby Andrew and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a sort of wig review, but the reason I say sort of wig review is because if you've been watching my videos for the last while, you're probably very familiar with this wig that I'm wearing right now, and this is Tatum by Amore. And this is a wig style that has been my go-to wig from the age of about 18 when I went away to college up until the age of about 20. So if you're new to my channel, I have alopecia, which is a condition where you don't have hair. If you're watching this video, chances are you might have this too, because you're watching a wig video. So basically I've worn wigs pretty much since the age of 7. I've had alopecia since like the age of 2. However, as I got older wearing wigs, I really started to keep it a secret, and I would pretend like one wig was my hair, and that wig would typically be my go-to wig, and I would only ever wear that style every single day because then it would pass for my own hair. And before I was comfortable talking about alopecia, that was easier for me because if anyone ever asked questions about it, I would be like, oh no, this is my hair, like what are you talking about? And I just, that was just felt safer for me to do back in the day. So to keep people from asking questions, I would always wear the same style. And up through high school, it was Cody by Amore, which is another wig style I love very much. I actually have another review coming up for that soon. And when I had Cody, I would always wear it in like different blonde colors. So I wore the Cody in like creamy blonde and vanilla lush and I think a bunch of other different colors, but all varying like similar blonde shades up through high school. And then when I went to college, I kind of took it as an opportunity to switch to a dramatically different style because I knew I'd be like meeting all new people who didn't know me before, because when I was 18 and going away to college, I was still really uncomfortable talking about alopecia and I still didn't really want people to know. So if I changed my hair that dramatically in high school, it would have gotten a lot of questions because people would have known me as blonde with Cody, switching to Tatum with brunette, and I just didn't want to have people ask me questions about it. So when I went away to college, I was able to switch to Tatum and I started wearing dark brunette colors like dark chocolate and cappuccino. So I changed it dramatically, but since I was like gonna be at school with all new people, no one really knew that I changed it dramatically. So starting at the age of 18, going away to college, I wore the Tatum. That became my go-to wig from the age of 18 to about the age of 20 or so, which is when I did start opening up about having alopecia and started changing wigs all the time, which is what I do now and I still love to do. However, even though I change my wigs all the time now, I still do like to have a go-to wig for days where I don't feel like putting much thought or effort into which wig I'm gonna wear. Yeah, so it's just like the wig that I know will be safe, comfortable, easy, and like I won't have to worry about styling it or doing anything to it, and I'll know that it's like gonna look good. So that's what I refer to as my go-to wig now. So even though I change wigs all the time, I still like to have the one that's just like wake up in the morning, throw it on, don't put any thought into it. And lately, again, that for me has still been the Tatum. So the really cool thing about this specific wig in particular is that, if you guys don't know, I am the spokesperson for Amore Wigs, which is what company this wig is from. And I actually was just in a photo shoot with them back in January, which is really cool. It's the third one I've done with them. I'll link the other 2 catalogs below, and the third one should be coming out soon, so when it comes out I will link that below as well. But the cool thing about this wig in particular, and 2 others that I have that I'm going to review soon on my channel, is that after the shoot they actually gave me this wig from the shoot. So this is the Tatum, the specific exact Tatum that is going to be in the next catalog that I actually got to model for their catalog. So that's really freaking cool and awesome. This has been one of my favorite styles by them for like 4 to 5 years now, and the one that I've worn like almost every single day in that time span, and now I'm literally the model for it in their catalog, and that is such a cool feeling. That is something that's just crazy to me. That's amazing. Like literally my favorite wig, and the wig that I've seen as like my hair for the last 5 years or so, I'm now the model for it in their catalog. So that's crazy. So it's also crazy that I actually got to like keep the specific one that I modeled in the catalog. So that's very, very awesome. And if you're curious about this color, this is Sugarcane, and they also offer it in Sugarcane R, which is the rooted version of this. Now the really funny thing about that is when I would like purchase the Tatum for myself back in college, and like when that was my go-to wig, like I said, I would always get it in dark brunette colors. So then I think it's really funny that when the wig stylists are choosing it for me, they choose blonde colors for me typically. A lot of times if you see my pictures in their catalogs, I'm typically wearing blonde wigs because technically I am a natural blonde if I had my own hair, so I guess that looks more natural for their catalog, which is the look they're going for, whereas when I would get it in like dark chocolate and cappuccino, it was kind of more of like an edgy look because it probably looked like dyed black hair, which is a style that I still love, and I still love the Tatum and brunettes too, but I think that like Tatum in blonde on me is very like feminine and cute and pretty and like a softer look. So I think it's so cool that even just changing the color of the wig can like really change the style of it dramatically, and I honestly love both. So part of the reason Tatum became my go-to wig, and it's the same reason that Cody had been my go-to wig beforehand, are three major reasons, like three things that I looked for in a go-to wig, starting from like 9th grade in high school up until now, are short length, because I always find that short synthetic wigs last longer because they're less, they're gonna get frayed in the ends less quickly, whereas longer wigs can get frayed a lot more quickly. 2 is the monofilament wig cap, which is a thing that I think all of the Amore styles have, which is basically just a really natural looking scalp, so it looks like it's your own scalp peeking through. If you're familiar with wigs, I'm sure you're familiar with monofilament caps, but they're very comfortable and they're also very natural looking, and it allows you to change the part. And the third thing is having a bang of some sort, whether it's a side bang or a straight bang. So Tatum naturally has this kind of like long side bang, so sometimes I like to wear it forward, but I feel like the bangs are a bit long, so if you got Tatum for yourself, I think it's best to bring it to a salon and have them like trim it to fit like where you want it to be on your face, or if you're comfortable to try trimming it yourself. But I always kind of love brushing the bangs to the side on Tatum personally, just because I think that looks cute as well. But the reason that I think having a bang is really good for a go-to wig, especially for someone, mostly honestly for someone who's newer to wigs, is because then you don't have to worry about the hairline ever looking unnatural, which if you're new to wigs, you might not like be aware of the hairline looking unnatural when you're still getting used to like where you want to place it on your head and other tricks you can do. Obviously, lace front wigs are the best way to go if you want like a really natural looking hairline, but that can take a little bit more effort in some ways for someone who's new to wigs, whereas bangs, you don't even have to worry about it at all. So it's just so easy for if you just want to throw on a wig, not even look in the mirror, not do any like makeup to it to adjust it or anything like that. It's just so easy, which again is why I love Tatum as a go-to wig, because I can literally put this wig on in the morning and not even check it in the mirror, and I can be guaranteed it's gonna look natural. So that's why I think it's just a really great style. I think I mentioned this in my last review of it too, which I will link below if you want, even though it is a bit outdated, definitely worse video quality than I have now, but I absolutely love putting this style in a ponytail. I think that's so cute. It's such a cute look. I just really love Tatum, obviously, because this is probably like my 3rd video on Tatum, maybe, if not like more. I think it's probably the 3rd, but in general, I think it's just a really great wig, and now it's even cooler that I'm the model for it in their catalog, and this is literally the exact wig that I got to model in their catalog. So that's a really cool feeling. If you go back to one of my earliest videos talking about wigs, it's called like tips on wearing wigs for alopecia or something like that. That was long before I was ever in touch with Adorance to become their spokesperson for Amore. Adorance is like the parent company of Amore and Renee of Paris and Noriko. Long before I was ever in touch with them to become their spokesperson, I made that video in which I talked about Amore being my favorite wig brand, and I also talked about how much I love Cody, specifically Tatum and Stevie. And now if you look at their catalog, I am now the model for all 3 of those wigs, which is wild. I think that's just really freaking cool that the wigs that I named as my favorite wigs way back in that video before I was ever in touch with them, I'm now the model for. Like, it's so weird how life can just work out that way. I think it's just a really cool thing to have happen, and like sometimes I think about it and then I'm like, is this real? I'll take it, you know? It's a really great opportunity and it's very cool. So after the shoot, I did get to take home 2 other wigs in addition to the Tatum, and the other one is Cody by Amore, which I also just modeled for this recent catalog as well. And I also got to take home a Charlotte by Amore, which is extremely exciting because that's my first human hair wig, and I'm definitely going to review that on my channel soon, but I will tell you right now that it is so beautiful, and that's another one I got to model for their catalog as well. So definitely stay tuned for those videos, and definitely stay tuned for the catalog. I think it's going to be posted like any day now, maybe within the next week or 2. So whether it's up by the time I post this or not, either way, I will link it below when it is up. So definitely go check that out, and I'll probably make a whole video about it when it is out, of course, too, as well, because it's just a really cool thing to have. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of Tatum. I know this is a wig that you guys are all probably very familiar with by now, but I just wanted to make another video enthusing about it yet again because it's just my favorite wig, and if you guys don't know about this style, I highly recommend it. It's just so easy and comfortable and cute and wonderful. So comment below your thoughts on it. Comment below if you've ever gotten Tatum for yourself, if you're considering getting it for yourself, or whatever thoughts you have. How do you like it better on me? Do you like it blonde? Do you like it brunette? Do you like both? I personally like both, and I think they both give me a very different style, which I think is just cool. And don't forget to thumbs up this video and subscribe to see more wig reviews because I'll have a bunch more coming up soon. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.